Hey, hey, it's Summer from Hammond's Nest. Let's get crafty. So I've got another cute project idea for y'all. Today I'm just working with a standard wood block. I love to have these in my craft stash because I do a lot with them, but it's just made from a 2x6 piece of wood and it's cut 8 inches long. So it stands on its own, you could hang it, all that kind of stuff. But what you see me doing here is I've been waxing with Dixie Belle's Best Dang Wax in the brown color. And I just put it on like stain with a t-shirt. And then I took the clean side of the t-shirt. And the most important part when working with waxes is to buff it all out. So that's what I'm doing here. And of course, throughout the video, I'm speeding up a lot of the process, but I'm telling you all the steps that you could maybe try something similar on your own. But next is white chalk paint. I'm using the color Fluff by Dixie Belle. And this is a technique that I really love. So I'm just kind of dry brushing in random spots all over my block because the next step is going to be to actually sand it to make it kind of look like chippy wood. So I'm going to use an electric sander after the white paint is dried. This is what you would do. So I have an electric sander and I'm just being, I'm taking some of it off so it looks more natural like weathered wood. I love how that turns out. All right, the next step is going to be to cut up some type of fabric. Here, you see me using a canvas drop cloth. I like using that as fabric. And I'm just cutting, this is double layers because I'm creating a pouch. And I'm just cutting a rectangle where I can start gluing it down. Keep watching, you'll see kind of how the steps come together. I'm using the Sure Bonder fabric glue sticks in a hot glue gun. And I'm going to glue down the sides and the bottom. And then I'm going to create this flap on the top as well because I want it to kind of look kind of like an old grain sack, something like that. So see, it's all glued. You could turn this inside out if you wanted to for the seams, but I like the imperfect look there. Next, I've got those upholstery tacks you saw there. They're just decorative tacks that I picked up at Hobby Lobby, and I am nailing them down to my wood with a hammer. Pretty simple. They go in pretty nicely. So see, you got this little pouch, so cute. Gluing down the back. So now you can see I can stick stuff in there. As an extra embellishment, I'm cutting another little rectangle on a different piece of fabric. I'm fraying the edges and I'm going to pull out those rubber stamps again. So I've got a black ink pad, some rubber stamps, and I'm going to do the word bless. So see that kind of come together. I am really, really, really loving using my rubber stamps in the studio. I think of all kinds of things I could do with them. I highly suggest you get some for your crafty area. So bless is coming together, just gonna look great. And then I'm gonna use a little bit of glue, fabric glue on the corners of this piece of fabric to glue onto the front of my canvas pouch. And that'll be ready to go. As another embellishment, I'm going to use the same kind of fabric that I put the blessed on, and I'm gonna make one long ripped piece to go along the outside edges of the block. And I'm just going to use some regular hot glue and put that down and wrap it around tightly. It looks nice. If you like the frayed fabric look, the shabby chic southern kind of farmhouse style, this is all that, definitely. Lastly, I'm taking a little bunch of raffia. I'm making a classic little shoestring type bow, and I'm going to hot glue it on the front of the pouch. Trim up the raffia there. And here is where the fun happens, okay? This piece of decor is perfectly transitional, okay? First, I'm showing it off with cotton. Look, it's amazing. The next thing I'm gonna grab is some beautiful lavender, okay? Coming into the spring, maybe that's something you could do. Okay, you can change it out. That's what's so lovely. White roses with a little bit of greenery, beautiful. Another great look. And then just maybe even more plain, some just regular greenery. You could change this out with the seasons or whatever you're in the mood for, wherever you're putting it. Next, let's get a little brighter. How about thinking about some Easter, some beautiful tulips? I love that pop of color. Gorgeous. It's hard to pick a favorite. I still got a couple more ideas for you. And then I've got some greenery to stuff in there. And then I use some Dollar Tree carrots and put some bamboo skewers in the bottom to make them picks. And that is super cute too. I love that. Lastly, let's do a little summertime style with this beautiful lemon pick. Okay, so you've got some ideas to run with. I'm sure you're thinking about some cute things you could do with it too. I just wanted to inspire you today. I appreciate you hanging out with me. Stay creative.